Hey everyone, today we're going to do a quick excursion to 4chan, the internet's junk drawer. Sometimes you can find something cool in there, sometimes something scary, and most of the times it's just junk. But before we get onto the green text, I want to thank all my subscribers, new and old. Even though I only have 23 subscribers, I just try to imagine them in a room like a convention space or in a Discord call, and honestly it feels so surreal that there's 23 people in the world that say, hey, this talking stuffed unicorn is pretty cool, and that's a special feeling. But without further ado, let's get on to the green text. Why don't you own a horse? Reliable transport. Zero emissions, only shit. Runs on hay and water. Can buy one for $1,000. Costs around $750 a year to maintain health. If it collapses, you can wait a few minutes and ride it 20 more miles. Doesn't require license, registration, or insurance. 4x4 off-road capability. Can trample anyone in your way. You can drink and ride. Makes you look like a badass cowboy. Take the horse pill, Anon. Ah, yes, the horse pill. I mean, I may be a bit biased here since my personality is pretty much horses. I sure wish I could just go around all the place and ride a horse everywhere. But even though my area is pretty rural, it's still kind of impossible to ride a horse everywhere. I sure wish I could, though. Although, don't ride your horses to exhaustion. Also, $750 a year to take care of a horse is a pretty low estimate, and makes me wonder if Anna's actually ever seen a horse before. Just go up to her and say the first thing that comes to your head. Start going off about Mongol battle formations and how they adapted their hunting methods to warfare. Everyone at work thinks I'm insane. Where did I go wrong? Oh geez, I know what it's like to go and make friends with somebody and go up to them and start gushing about your favorite topic, and then accidentally scare someone away, which according to my therapist is a common trait for people with autism. Although I wouldn't be afraid of Anna on this post, I would just assume that he's super obsessed with history, and I do enjoy history a bit myself, so I feel like Anna and I would be pretty good friends and I'd probably learn a thing or two from them. Get up for a glass of water at 1 a.m. Living room pitch black except for a glow from a dull yellow lamp. Hear a voice calling my name, Anon, and pausing before calling again, Anon. Get a really weird sensation in my legs as I look around the room. I think, oh man, the schizophrenia is kicking in. Anon. I notice the voice is coming from the window outside. Walk over to the window and the voice says, good night, Anon. It was just my dad out in the yard looking at stars. Alright, if I was a dad in this post, I would have just stayed quiet, because imagine how frightening it would be if you heard a familiar voice without an apparent source just calling your name. Especially late at night when you've just woken up, and I don't know about anybody else, but when I wake up in the middle of the night for a hunt for cheese or water, or to use the restroom at night, I'm not fully awake or mentally aware of my surroundings. If this happened to me, I probably would have went straight to flight mode and just hid under a pile of plushies until the sun came up. Be me an hour ago. Have little friends, but none that I really trust. Always worried that people will always talk shit about me behind my back. Get added into a group chat with classmates and the friends. They were playing a couple texting games in the group chat like Truth or Truth. Messenger recently added this thing where you could search up the word and all the stuff they said using that word came up. Have an idea to search up my name. Type Anon. All the results come up positive and well. All the sentences that use my name were stuff like, Anon's a pretty cool guy. 2 girls even said I was pretty cute. Self-confidence grows and my friends actually really cared about me. Don't worry, Anons, it'll all be fine for you. This right here is the best ending. I probably wouldn't have even been brave enough to join a group chat with classmates in fear that it becomes a private roasting session and I'm the one getting roasted. It's honestly a really good feeling when you overhear to find out that one of your friends or someone says something really nice about you. It's one of those moments where I wish experiences and memories were tangible, so I could just tuck them away in a box somewhere and just dig them out when I was feeling down. Revisit town I grew up. See friend from school working at McDonald's since 6 years ago. He says I pretend I'm playing Papa's Pizzeria so I don't go insane. Take order. Give him $2 tip and say 4 stars. Gotta keep the gameplay real for my fallen bro. That's a pretty good way of dealing with the stress of working for retail or fast food. Although I probably would get overwhelmed still because seeing or talking to a lot of people would be too much stimulation for me, even in a video game. Although that was awesome for Anon to be a bro and keep up the game real for him. Though I sure hope his friend finds more gainful employment. So when I was a boy, we used to get wasps from the eave of our house. All summer long, we have to avoid half the year to stay away from them. Dad keeps saying he'll take care of them. Always too busy. Time to take things into my own hands. Out comes a trusty air rifle. Pump, pump, pump. Pfft. Only a tiny hole in the wasp nest. Shit ton of angry wasps around for the next few hours. This won't do. Hose/paper water balloon time. Super soakers and the like weren't available yet. Operate thumb over hole. Nest gets wet and soggy, loses shape. Wasps somehow stay dry, angry as fuck, rebuild nest in a day. That's no good either. Try to build wasp-proof suit to do more damage to the nest. Tape and glue are ineffective at sealing clothes together. Scolded by mom, stung by wasps. No good. Back to the drawing board. Spend days on end studying pictures of the nest. Bicycle miles in 100-degree weather to the library to learn about wasps and their weaknesses. Stumble upon a particularly interesting passage. Bees are the most tenacious natural enemies of wasps, often fighting over the pollen rights to a territory. Yes! The cold wasp war begins. With the help of a friend, set up beekeeping boxes and frames in the woods behind our house. Regularly put sugar water and the like nearby. Bees take up residence. Build hella hives. Phase 1 complete. Gather, buy, or pick approximately 1 short fuck ton of flowers. Lay path of flowers straight between the bees and the wasps overnight while they're sleeping. Phase 2 complete. Wake up to the next morning to the sound of death. Bzzz. What have I done? .gif. Dare to stare. Dare to peek from the screened-in porch. Oh fuck. Goddamn swarms of the things darken the yard. Bees and wasps going after each other like you wouldn't believe. All day long, the sound of war continues. Sometimes ebbing, sometimes flowing, it never ceases. Bzzz. The next day, all is silent. Phase 3 complete. Continued. Go out to survey the devastation. Silently rooting in my heart that the great bee liberators had triumphed over those evil, cruel wasp tyrants. Easily 3/4 of the yard is covered in the carcasses of bees and wasps, some locked together, a few still wiggling, birds eyeing the arthropod carnage hungrily. I'm in awe. Check the wasp nest. No obvious activity. Pump, pump, pump. Psst. Another tiny hole in the nest. Nothing. Victory. Went up with a ladder and knocked it down. Burned in the fire pit as tribute to the bees. Friend and I hold a memorial service for the fallen apiary soldiers. Plate taps and everything. Sweep up the tiny cadavers in the yard at mom's orders. Form pile about 2 foot in diameter and at least a foot high. We'll never forget your sacrifice, glorious bee friends. Because of how far back in the woods they were, we never had a problem with them stinging anybody, and the garden always did much better after that year. And that, K, is why I love bees. Oh, this is a long one, and I considered making its own mini video, but I'll just put it at the end of this video. Anna on this post is an absolute legend. I mean, I hate wasps, but this person went above and beyond and actually did research into wasps and how to get rid of them naturally, too. Honeybees are also surprisingly chill, honestly. I always have to remind my mother or friends not to swat at them when a bee starts flying around them. I'm surprised people when a bee lands on me and I show the restraint of a monk and just gently blow on them and they fly away. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening to a plush unicorn explore the internet's junk drawer and read some funny and wild green text for you. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's video.